Hey everyone, how's it going today? Lamoura here, and welcome back to yet another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. We are still here, same day, just a few minutes apart from the last episode, where we left off with this man sticking his dirty chocobo feet on the table. I couldn't resist, I gotta play some more. So, that's what we're gonna be doing. As usual, we will continue our tradition of eating our eggs. Second egg, please. Thank you. Hitting our minion roulettes. I'm having trouble with clicking today, apparently. Huh, maybe I just need to clean my mouse. Oh my god, that thing looks awful. I love it. I absolutely love it. He's so adorably ugly. Anyways, let's talk to Aideen here and see. Ziz is so ridiculous. Aideen has a proposal to make concerning your investigation. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds, you say? Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as this Among the local fauna, only the scaleskins known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing a finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 6 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Monster slaying? I can do. That's something I was well versed in. Alright, so we also need to summon our chocobo here. It's not doing too hot as far as the whole... I think you can increase the time like that, right? Yes, you can! He's not doing too hot. Okay, so if we mount our chocobo here, and we start heading out to the area, we can start slaying. Oh no, never mind. For some reason I saw that outfit and I was like, ooh, Nier Automata. I wish I had some of the Nier Automata, like vanity items, I guess you could call them. They're so cool. I never thought I would want as much as I did, you know, like when I first started playing an MMO, I'm like, you know, it's one thing. Am I going to the right area? Like, is this where I need to be? I don't think so. I need the Ziz. These are not Ziz. But yeah, I never thought I would be, like, as invested into an MMO as I am. You know, I thought it would just be something, yeah, you play occasionally, you put it down, and, you know, that will be that. But as I get deeper into the game, I'm like, yep, I need more. I need... Oop, okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we're starting to get them. I wanted to see if maybe I could get one of those. That didn't count. Okay, that's fine. It didn't count as part of my count. It went towards that other person, which is fine. So that means I need to find more Ziz. Where are they? Oh hey, I leveled up. Cool. I didn't realize I was that close to leveling up. That's awesome. So we're level 34, one level away from getting our next class quests. Double there. Are there only 2 Ziz in this entire area? There has to be more. What? Where do you find them? Okay, wait, there's one. I see it. Alright, so we just have to go over the bridge. It's not many though. From what I'm seeing, there's only 3 in this area, which is not a lot to speak of. I don't like having to wait around for things to spawn either. You know, like that's never fun. Not for me, it's not for you. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Only being 3 in the area. There's gotta be more. Interesting. I wonder if there's more Ziz in an area that we're not... Oh, there they are. Someone was killing them, that's why. So they do spawn down here. Someone was just killing all of them. This Dragoon. Nah, there was someone else here before too. Alright, let's see if we can possibly get this to count towards us as well. Help them out. I hope I don't steal it from them, is the thing. That did count for me. Hopefully it also counted for them. Because otherwise I would feel like a right bastard. Okay, did that count? That was 4. Okay, so I'm gonna go... essentially follow this guy back up to that top area and hope that more have spawned up there. We could just stay down and hope that they respawn, but I know that they'll be up here, so that's where I'm gonna head. Such is the life of an MMO, you know? You gotta learn to share sometime. Can't always get what you want. No, you can't always get what you want. Alright, so there's 2 up here, so we should be able to finish this now. Unless someone comes through and one-shot snipes this guy for some reason. See, I did it again. I hit C. I hit C when I didn't mean to. Okay. That should be 6 of 6. There it is. The quest complete. I'll ride my fat chocobo all the way back. Now, one thing I'd never really checked here is, yeah, we do have a bunch on the hunting log. I might have to do that in between episodes. I kind of wish I did it between this episode, to be honest with you. And then it is also Tuesday, so that means I have a bunch new stuff to complete. Herm. Okay. Well, at least I won't be bored, you know? That's always nice. Alright, 18, we did it. You've already seen to the Ziz. Good work, adventurer. So, were you able to find aught to suggest that these creatures are our culprits? Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyways, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. That doesn't really lead me to much. Rock of Rancor. Aideen has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Hehehe. Oh, don't flatter yourself there. Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that, after each victim died, her Rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears... For rude awakening fate. Interesting. This bears investigation, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of the crag. The sticks don't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Using items on area. Some of the key items are used on areas rather than single targets. First, click on the item displayed in the duty list. Upon selecting the item, a glowing radius will appear on the ground that can be moved freely with the mouse into the desired position before executing. Okay, and then what are they? The Rude Awakening. Oh, Jesus, that's almost a level 50. Okay. Definitely can't help out with that. So we'll just continue on with our main quest. Looks like we're going back to that same area. We need to throw these fire stand sticks. So essentially dynamite. Sweet. I love playing with explosive boom booms. The question is finding the area. If I remember correctly, it's down here. So we should run into it coming up here soon. We just want to avoid those clay golems. It's going to see me. I ran right in front of it, you know. But it's its fault. It turned around. I didn't want to fight it. But it just had to look this way, you know. I was like, I hear some footsteps. Maybe I'll turn around and see what's behind me. Stupid idiot. You could have survived. You could have survived. But you done and killed yourself, you damn fool. Oh, hey. Alright, so that's... Shh. That's one of the areas. So we'll do that. Bada boom, bada bing. And we just collect all the stuff. Do I have to collect all of them or just one? With how long this is taking, I'm hoping it's just one. Oh my god, dude, that's gonna take forever. Why does it have to be so long? Can't I just, you know, pick it up quick? Like a Swiffer? Quicker picker-upper? At least all 5 are here and I don't have to go anywhere else to find these things. So that's kind of nice. Oh, but they really couldn't have made this a little bit quicker. Just like, you know, a fraction of a second. Come on. taking poops faster than that. Okay, well at least it's done now. You know, the unfortunate part is when you get used to the running speed in some of the other areas and you don't have the speed increase in one or another, you can really feel it. It feels like you're in molasses. Although, it does kind of make it humorous, the fact that we are using Fat Chocobo, and I mentioned molasses. Poor little guy, he's trying his best to get his Gershel greens. Can't fault him for that. Okay, so what are we doing with these things now? Most folks are too scared to go within 100 yalms of Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. Yeah, I mean, it does have a name. But what a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Okay, so we got her lightning aspected crystals. Huh? Why these just your guard... Oh, huh? Why these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with a masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. Well, it's okay. We got to play with some explosions, so I'm okay. Oh, this guy. Everalt? Ivan. I'll just call you Ivan, even though there's no N in his name. Seeing eye to winged eye. Anything good? I didn't see anything about tenacity for our class, so I don't think we want that. I think this is similar to what I already have. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay, so we'll take the silver pieces. There's something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrad's paranoia, but I, too, have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrad's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Okay. You know what's really weird is the fact that these guys are freaking out about all this stuff, but they live in a Final Fantasy universe where, like, way worse stuff is around the corner. Like, Marlboros are really weird. The fact that, like, the Cactuar are just walking cactuses, like, they shouldn't be scared of anything at this point. There are much worse terrors in this world. I'm just saying. You live in Final Fantasy. Like, giant scorpions? My dude, what? Though I guess a giant eyeball is freaky. Yeah. Like scorpions, you see it, it's like, okay, whatever. But we also often don't see, like, eyeballs outside of the context of our faces, you know? So I guess that would, in turn, make it creepy. Like, we see hands all the time, but we don't see, like, a disembodied floating hand that's, like, you know, 5 feet tall. We don't see that. It would be freaky to see that. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong button. R is not the one that I wanted. But it's okay. We'll deal with it. So I messed up my bane. It's not the end of the world. Cool. Was that it? It was just that, huh? A lot of back and forward with this one. False leads and whatnot. I wish these guys would get a clue. We're trying to take this shit seriously. We ain't fucking around. Sorry for cussing. I'm trying to be better about that. One thing that I notice is, like, you know, little cousins and kids that I've run into, you know, parents let them watch a lot of YouTube. Obviously, we know that nowadays. But when I was first LPing, that wasn't really the case. It was, I would say, more teenagers. But, you know, I'm not knocking kids or anything, but this is their primary form of entertainment. So I am trying to be, in a way, a little bit more PG without being crass or crude, you know? There's a way of still having fun, but not being, like, overtly, like, just awful. A monstrous Bahamut, I'm going to assume, appeared, and you slew it. The creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Falgord. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder. Was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? I think technically it's supposed to be winged, but I can just keep on saying winged. I don't know what the proper one is. The power of deduction. Ugh. Medrod is troubled by the dearth of new developments in the murder investigation. There's been no promising leads on the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. It was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball. I really don't know. Winged versus winged. Anyways, it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Bahamut. But you and I were moms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Bahamuts at the very spot you claimed to see this fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know. I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple's tart on it. Alright. Didn't you just say that? Isn't that what we've been arguing the whole time? Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhaps it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious. But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of the fiends, then there must be even more victims as of yet discovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to this... Just got dark outside. Pertains to the security of the region. Jesus, that wasn't distracting. It was like super bright out, and then it just got super dark. Okay. Alright, well, if this guy's gonna ride his chocobo in here, I can bring my fat chocobo in here as well. Okay, so we have to go back to the same area and see if we can find something new. Yeah. Oh, this poor person. What level are you? Miss Flower. Level 18. That's cute. I think she tried to walk around my fat chocobo, thinking that there's collision. That's interesting, because she stopped, or he, I don't really know, but they stopped when I did, thinking that I was blocking their path with my fat butt chocobo. Newbies. They're so cute. I mean, I'll be honest, like, there's a lot I didn't know when I first started too. There's a lot that I needed to figure out and discover. Oh, okay. Here we go. The mangled corpse. And then this person has finished theirs. So I'm going to activate it while they... Oops, hold on. I'm sorry. I figured that they would be able to interact with it. That was my bad. That was 100% my bad. Sorry, my dude. Sorry. Well, in any case, we found it. That person's doing a weird little moonwalk jive. Not quite sure why. But we found the mangled corpse, which is gruesome, to say the least. Look at that glow. Look at the glow of their eyes in the darkness. I love it. Sometimes, like, the attention to detail in this game, like, most cases, I should say, is quite incredible. Like, I will admit. Is it the most technically, like, ambitious game out there? No, not at all. But does it still amaze? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Alright, so it looks like this is the guardhouse that they were talking about. Yeah. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Yeah, we have this ravaged corpse here. I feel like we shouldn't walk in with an entire corpse. God's be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud. While the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball or stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this will prove pivotal in solving the murders. So, a flower pin. Gotcha. Alright. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere indeed. Secret of the White Lily. Althamar? Althamar. Let's just call him that. Wants you to hold on to the button. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mio. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Okay, so we have to go to Gridania for this, huh? Well, good thing I have my return still set there. Let's go see what's happening, what Mother Mio has to say for herself. Well, clearly she's not the one who did it, but, I mean, wouldn't that be a twist and a half? Imagine poor old Mother Mio just committing these heinous murders. It would be good. It'd take this game up another notch. I wouldn't even be lying if I didn't think that. Someone as sweet and as innocent as her. Okay. I still got some tequila drink, so if you heard that rattling, that's what that was all about. Just some ice jerking around in that cup. That tequila cup. That is a pink-ass outfit, huh? Wow, looks like she's in her jammies, ready for a winter snowball fight instead of, like, battling the Calamity. Hello. What you? A sight to behold. Caroline can't be closer on any belongings. Huh. I don't know what that one is, to be honest with you. I'll come back and I'll look into it, but yeah, I actually don't know. Good evening to you, Niah. By the grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. I mean, that would be great, though. Just saying. I would love some scones. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite, artisan-level quality, I would say. Where do you say you found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Hello? Can you... Okay, thank you. Anyways, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Apparently I can't click down there anymore, which is interesting. I used to be able to. Alright, so what was this one? A sight to behold. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that indeed. Just forgive me for a second. I'm trying to type and play at the same time. Before we talk to this person, I'm just going to do a quick Google search. Final Fantasy XIV, a sight to behold. What does this unlock? Previous quest, steps, walkthrough, vistas located. Okay, I know what this one is. So a sight to behold, if I'm not mistaken, will give you the sightseeing log, which is you can go to certain vistas in this game and use the lookout emote, and you'll increase your log. The log itself is rather vague on the hints on like where you need to go, but you need to be like exactly at the right spot at the exact right time of day with the right type of weather as well. So it's a lot of waiting around. So like if you go to a place, like let's say it's right here on the bridge overlooking the guild hall. If it's not like foggy while I look out, it doesn't count. So if it's like clear skies or nighttime or raining, it's a whole thing. I hate it. I tried to do it because like, when I tried Guild Wars, I was like, oh, you know, sightseeing stuff, that's kind of cool. In this game, it's garbage. I don't even know what the rewards really are. It's probably like a title and a mount or something. Anyways, regardless. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Excuse me. I feel like my mouse is dying. I keep on clicking, but it's not doing stuff. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, but I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a reoccurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sign-Gould. His name is Sign, over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point, or her name is Sign. Cyan. I'll just go with Sign. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens and citizens on a forename basis. So to the Lancers Guild then? I don't even remember where the Lancers Guild is. It's in the other part of Gridania. Okay. It's in Old Gridania. We'll just port there. Lancers Guild. I think that's the one that's by the market, just like a little bit up. You know, if the market's here, I think it's just like whoop, or something like that. Yeah, here's the market. So that makes sense. And then sign is right here. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Yeah, can you take a look at this button? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gantries Ward northwest of here. The hell's a Gantries Ward? Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench of the ward's entrance. His name is Ursindel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Okay, so we'll talk to Ursindel, who is just across this bridge and up. Okay, so we'll just run there. We don't need to port anywhere or anything like that. Not that there is a port that we could even go to, but he's relatively close, which is always nice. I always hate when they like bounce you around everywhere through loading screens and outside of loading screens and all that garbage. Alright, Ursindel, what's going on with you? Why are you sitting here all suspicious like? Hey, it's this dude. That's cool. Oh my god, they're just appearing everywhere. These two look similar. They're like the same person. I do not believe we're acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. I would, but you got something going on here, my dude. The sigil of Dartanasaurus. Yeah, that's the Dart family. The symbol of the Dart family. How is it that you came in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face? Was it marred in any way? I had feared as such. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Oh, okay. The secret of the White Lily has gotten interesting, that's for sure. Skeletons in her closet. Ursindel has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murders. I was once a manservant in the employ of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Darts. Yeah, because I'm Darton Cowers. I don't even know. I'm just going to call them the Darts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Adamentine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may as well been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to exist. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain what she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hayuk Manor, Hayuk, I always call it Hayuk, my home for nigh half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Adamantina had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of the experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at the Hayuk Manor on the western edge of the central shroud. Now go. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Whew. Murder mystery. I love it. That's like Twilight Zone level quest. Like, so cool. I wish more of the quests that we were engaged in were like this. They start off so slow, though. That's always the problem. Alright, so they said somewhere in the central shroud, right? So if we port to Bent Branch, we should be able to find the area. Now, just as the forewarning, we're just going to travel there. As of right now for this episode, we're pretty much done. We're at 33 minutes, and of course, I always say I hate ending it early, but we're not going to complete the dungeon in the next 7 minutes. So, like, even if I queued into it right this second, it's like a 25-minute dungeon, so we can't do that. At least I don't want to do that. If I'm not mistaken, I think Hayuk Manor is up. If you go up, it's in this harder area. So yeah, we're just gonna make our way over there, see kind of like the entrance, get the quest dungeon activated, and in the next episode we'll open up by going into the Hayuk Manor and getting that complete. But there's a oh, I think I know which one that is. That's for one of the quests that I should do, actually. I should actually do it. I'm a high enough level now. Maybe that's what we'll do after we do Hayuk Manor in the next episode. That seems fun. How do I get here? Get that monstrosity away from me. I am lost. Oh no, I'm just going through here. Alright, we found it. We found it. We're no longer lost, boys. We good. So yeah, this fate is part of a series of fates for a specific quest, as you can always tell by this little symbol. We actually almost ran into one in a previous episode. I couldn't tell you which one it is. Look at this evil-looking chocobo. Dude, that's looking cool as heck. Dude, I love this thing. Oh, speaking of which, you know, that's something I should check. Has my chocobo leveled up? Does it have any skills? It does. Enhanced mind. Increased companion mind by 12. I think that's for healing, right? But I kind of want to give it a little bit more attack power. So I kind of switch. I give it a little attack power, and then I go back to healing, and then I give it a little bit more attack power. That's generally what I do. I don't know if it's the right way to do it or not. But anyways, Manor Gate. So we'll interact with this, and then we'll be able to go into the dungeon after, queue into it now. Hayuk Manor is now accessible. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. I will see you all later. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for joining me this far. If you've made it to this point, or maybe you're just joining in randomly. I'm not quite sure what you've seen and what you're trying to figure out. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and you're going to enjoy the previous episodes and the future, depending on how you saw the series. I'm rambling. I'm going to see y'all later. Peace out, and much love to you.